me, the Photo Bro. Hey, Photo Bros and hoes, how you doing? It's time to get your photographs on with me, the Photo Bro. Okay, a lot of you have been asking me a question. Photo Bro, and I get this question a lot from people on the set, and I get it from people all around the place. And that is, when you're buying a camera, what you look for. Well, first of all, please take a look at my video why megapixels are not important. Why megapixels are not important. I want to get that out of the way. Let me tell you something. You can take an image from a brand new top of the range Canon, Nikon, or any other maker camera that is a DSLR format, and you can take a scan, or if you like, a Heidelberg drum scan from a medium format Hasselblad that's 30 years old, that's been shot with some Fuji CN Emotion, and you will see the difference, even if the 6x6 Fuji negative shot through the Hasselblad will look like it has fewer megapixels than the top of the range, let's say Nikon D4 or Canon 1DS Mark, whatever the top of the range is these days. Let me tell you, there is a difference to the way film works and the way digital works, and there is a difference between the sensor technology in the Canon and the Nikon. Even when Nikon use their own native sensors, even though the Canon developed their own native sensors these days, right? Nikon do too, I know, for their top-of-the-line bodies. They don't always use the Sonys. There is a big difference in the look and the feel and the shoulder and the gradient and the tonality and the transitions and the dynamic range and the way the shoulder works on that. It's totally different. And each film will have its own characteristics, and each digital sensor will have its own characteristics. So, megapixels, even if you take a bigger negative and you use a drum scanner, and for whatever reason it comes out to fewer megapixel count than that top of the range DSLR, it don't matter, because megapixels ain't important anyway, and no one I know counts them. No one in the field knows, no one in the field cares, and I know guys shooting magazine covers today with 10 megapixel machines. Okay? So enough about that. Now, back in the day, 10, 12 years ago, we and other guys were shooting covers, swimsuit magazines and other magazines, for less than 3 megapixel counts. We were using first generation DSLRs, not exactly first, but first of the D1s and all those cameras with 3 megapixel counts. Now, makes no difference. You can get a great shot, especially today, with the techniques available through software. So, when people ask me what's important buying a camera, it's not that. What's important? I'll tell you what's important, friends, and that, my fellow photo bros and hoes, is this. You will want one thing from a camera when you buy it, to take a look at it, and it is the most important thing you will be worried about for the next 5, 10, 50, 100, 500,000 shutter releases you put through that machine. It don't matter if it's a small camera, it don't matter if it's a Linhof, it don't matter if it's a Tachihara, it don't matter if it's a Graflex, it don't matter if it's a Hasselblad, it don't matter if it's a Fuji Blad, it don't matter if it's a pocket camera made by Olympus 4/3 or a pocket camera. made by some company you ain't ever heard of before. And that, my friends, is one thing. You want to know what it is? Okay, time for the Fotobro wisdom. It, my friends, is, does the camera have a PC flash socket and or a hot shoe? That's it. And what is the flash sync from said hot shoe and PC sync socket? That is probably the most important thing the camera has. Shutter speeds, any camera made the last 5-10 years can do the trick. Aperture, priority, manual settings, any camera worth its salt made in the last 5 years can probably do that. Even the compacts, some of them have manual settings. Right? Sensor tech, well, you know, that's another thing. I'll tell you now, in forthcoming reviews, I'll be looking at the specific digital cameras that I like to use and I've seen used and that I like because of their sensor tech, as opposed to using film cameras. Because let me tell you, I still think film cameras have a certain quality and produce a certain picture that for whatever reason people are emotionally, illogically, but subconsciously attracted to, because it does give you a specific look. And I'll be talking about that. And believe it or not, there are some cameras today manufactured by big companies where you can get a film-like exposure from a digital sensor. And I'll be talking about those too. But remember the rule, Fotobro's rule of finding a camera, and that is the most important thing will be, does it have a hot shoe? Does it have a PC sync socket? If it doesn't, maybe think twice about buying it. Don't worry about anything else. Forget the megapixels. Forget whether it even has interchangeable lenses, because let me tell you, some of the compacts that I've seen with fixed lenses are pretty good. Sure, if you want to do specific types of shooting, you will lack the ability to take that lens off and change it. But a lot of times, you want the ability to put the camera in your pocket and have the lens retract back into the body, and that's what the fixed lens cameras allow you to do. Okay? Thinking of the Olympus, X1, ZX1, ZX2, etc. That series, whatever it is. They got a hot shoe and they got fixed lenses. You can't change them. What's important when you're looking at that camera, like any other camera, this is the one thing, is yes, it has a hot shoe. Okay, don't have a PC socket. Okay, fine. We'll do with a hot shoe for now. What is the sync speed of that hot shoe? And I'll explain in the forthcoming video why that is so important for you if you want to be a master photographer. If you're reading a review, you're watching a review, there ain't nothing else you have to read or listen to. All these so-called gurus out there who don't make money shooting models don't know what they're talking about unless they tell you this one thing, and that is, what is the sync speed of the flash on that camera? Okay, that's enough from the Fotobro. See you in the next video. Don't forget to rate. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your grandma. Tell everyone you can. Follow me on the Twitters, the Fotobro. I'll see you with your comments below. Leave them and I'll respond. Bye for now.